the human resources. We were being called the human resources. From now on, we will be gaining education under the ministry that is called the Ministry of the Education. So it looks like the government is ready for many disruptions. When I Googled the content from my speech, I found it hard to find opinion against the policy that is coming now. And not only this, we can choose subjects from different streams when we are doing our studies. For example, if someone is pursuing medical studies and he wants to study music at the same time, he or she can do that at college. I would definitely welcome this welcome this change. Not only the higher education has been reformed, we can go to sectors like the place where we start our education from. We start our formal education from the early childhood years. And from now on, the government is coming with a universal plan for all the students in childhood to start their education in a particular manner. They would provide a same curriculum, a same methodology, a same mode of learning for each and every one of us. Wouldn't the future aim for a more vibrant, a more knowledgeable, a more interactive, a more comprehensive, and a more cohesive society? Uh, but when we start going to school from there on, all of us don't need to learn about Isaac Newton or Albert Einstein and such people to from the portions which we study in school. For many of us, studies says for more than 50% of us, it is good enough that we know basic mathematics, we know basic language skills, and that is what helps in the jobs. The government has made a plan that from now on, most of the people they would be first taught basic numeracy and literacy, and from there on they would be taken on to higher subjects. Similarly, there is a word called the vocational education that has been given prime importance from class 5 and 6, when we start thinking that okay, we don't want to study any more of science, any more of social studies. We can simply gain skills in maybe painting, maybe in carpentry, maybe in electrical skills, some mechanical skills, those skills which help us to actually take up good jobs. And not only we are restricted to this, as we move on to higher classes like class 10th, we can give board examination more than once a year. This has also been brought up into the schema. So how good does it sound? Like once an year, I wasn't paying heed to I wasn't listening well to my teacher, and I did not write the exam well, but I scored well in the next examination. Similarly, one change that I personally like a lot is our mother tongue and languages like Sanskrit, which are the core of our country. They would be given an entirely new importance at a fundamentally different level. Would you believe that the basic education that all of us have been receiving in English, now Sanskrit would be made mandatory and our mother tongue would be mandatory? So take pride in the fact if your father is not owning a Lamborghini, you can also be educated better and be a responsible citizen. To conclude, I would say that definitely something disruptive, something of a very core nature has been planned. This change has been brought up after 3 decades. Uh, Finally, I would quote the words of the PM. What is the mission of the change? He says it is transform to teach, educate to empower, and learn to lead. Into the freedom of heaven, let my country away. Thank you.
My apologies, I didn't realize I was on the mute. Thank you very much to Master Arpit for this fantastic speech on education policy and espousing your views upon it. And it was a real great pleasure to hear you on the topic. Now with that, we would like to move on to the second speaker for the day. That is the Toastmaster Rishit from SKIT Club. And before we move on to the speech itself, I would request his evaluator Toastmaster Mukul to read out the project objectives.
Hello. Hello, everyone. Is it audible?
Yes.
Okay, so very good morning, everyone, and special good morning to Toastmaster Rishit. So Toastmaster Rishit is attempting his L2 P1, and the purpose of his speech is The purpose of this project for member to identify his or her primary leadership styles. The purpose of this speech for the member to share some aspect on her primary leadership style or discuss leadership style in general. Over to you, Toastmaster Varshit.
Just to confirm, could you please confirm the time limit?
5 to 7 minutes. It's 5 to 7 minutes.
All right, fantastic Toastmaster Mukul for sharing the project objectives. So now I would like to invite Toastmaster Rishit, who is a very budding speaker in the SKIT club as well. And he is always ready to take as many roles as possible. And he's just going to start his L2P1, which is just the second level and a great place to be in the Pathways journey. So Toastmaster Rishit, budding leader Toastmaster Rishit.
Emma, you can start the time. Yes, Toastmasters, you heard it right. Budding leader is the topic of my speech. So here it goes. This is a glimpse in the way I lead. This is a glimpse in my leadership style. This journey of leadership began for me right from the 8th standard in my school days, when I decided to step out of my comfort zone of sitting as audience and listening to great speakers to addressing a crowd just like this one, right over here, right in front of you. That's when I decided that just sitting alone over there and listening to everybody and applauding is not a way ahead for me, and that I have a natural instinct to be a leader. And if I create a vision, I can make it happen. I can make it possible for myself, for my team members. That's where the leadership journey for me began. And I decided that from now on, I'm not going to be just like a backbencher sitting behind and letting others lead, but I'm going to take the reins in my hand and lead groups to success. So here's my leadership style. The leadership style that I follow is that of innovative leadership. This innovation word is something that is most common in my field, that is of engineering, where people talk about innovation, innovative ideas and inventions and a lot of different things. But what they get wrong is how to initiate these innovations or how to put them to practical use. So that is where a leader is required with innovative leadership skills, who can demonstrate qualities of promoting and developing innovation. Because innovation cannot be born out of nature. It has to be developed, it has to be given support so that it can be concluded to a final result. So to elaborate myself, I'll put forth 4 aspects of innovative leadership in front of you, which are very important for an innovative leader or a person who follows innovative leadership styles to follow, so that he can ensure the group can be led towards success in whichever endeavor they are following. Number 1 in this is sharing of vision and nurturing a vision for future and pursuit of excellence. I'll give you an example. Here is the example. Take the example of a beehive. Okay. So what bees do, they work really, really hard, and they develop that honeycomb structure to make that beehive. And whenever we look at a beehive, we wonder, wow, with what excellence and what intelligence this has been created. There is a lot of theory about bee movement also, wherein whenever a bee arrives at a beehive, it exhibits a certain kind of a dance, which is bee movement, and tries to communicate with other bees to locate the flowers which are there for collection of nectar, and how nectar can be procured in the shortest time. So this beehive is always constructed with the help of a queen bee. And the queen bee is the innovative leader over here because she has a vision for all the other bees. So that honeycomb structure can be brought up in the least possible time and in the fastest way. Number 2 is the encouragement of using innovative ideas. Let's not go further. Let's go to Sargala in Gujarat. Sargala is a place where there is the archaeological site of Lothal. Now, Lothal is a Harappan city which was basically in the southern part of the entire Harappan civilization. The priest king is known as the head of the Harappan civilization, which used to exist back, which was the entire part of the Indus Valley civilization. So when the priest king visited Lothal, he noted that there are regular flood problems because of a port in the vicinity of the city. How to solve those flood problems was the biggest question in front of the priest king. Being an innovative leader, this was the man who developed the drainage system and canal system, which was intelligently interconnected so that whatever flood water during the high tides or cyclones used to flow into the port and then onwards into the city could be drained out very effectively. Much of that water was also used to divert towards the farmlands also, so that it could be used towards agriculture. That was a great example of water management. So here the priest king, acting as an innovative leader, made sure that his city is protected from the floods, and he encouraged innovative idea of development of a drainage system. The next aspect over here is that leader promotes innovative ideas using members' creativities. He motivates any member to put forth his creativity so that the group can be led to newer heights. The example is the Ratan Tata and Bill Ford incident. I'll give you a short explanation of what it was. In the year 1999, Ratan Tata traveled to the US to sell his passenger car domain to the Ford company. The then CEO was Bill Ford, and he insulted him very badly that if you do not know how to make a car, why did you even jump into that business? So what happened was Ratan Tata returned with his entire team and used the creativity of all of his team members to develop the passenger car market of India. The result was in 2008 economic crisis. The Ford's market share reduced and Tata's grew, resulting in Bill Ford coming back to India and selling JLR, the Jaguar Land Rover division, to Tata and telling him that you are doing a great service to us by buying this division out and buying us out of loss. The fourth aspect is of leader promoting innovative conversations. That is the example of ISRO's Mars Orbiter mission, wherein the Indian Space Research Organization K. Radhakrishnan devised a method so that the Mars orbiter can be sent to Mars in the smallest possible distance, thus reducing the cost of the fuel and even encouraging the debate of distance versus fuel, so that the most cost-effective project can be developed. This was an example of innovative conversation. With this, to conclude my speech, I'll just put a remark in front of you. Leaders are not born, they are developed, and they are the ones who lead groups to success. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Rashid, for your wonderful speech on how to be a budding leader and how to move forward, taking all the people's along with you. And it was fantastic to hear from you as well. Now we will be moving on to our third speech for today. That will be given by our Vice President, Public Relations of Kingsley Toastmasters Club, a very innovative person and creative person himself. And that would be Toastmaster Devansh. Before that, I would like to invite her evaluator, Toastmaster Monica, to come up and read out the project objective.
Very good morning to all of you, and a special good morning to Toastmaster Devansh, as I am your watchdog for today's meeting. So I will definitely keep my ears to the ground. So you have to be stick on your project, and the purpose of your project is to deliver a speech with awareness of intentional and unintentional body language, as well as to learn, practice, and refine how he or she uses non-verbal communications when delivering speech. The time limit for your speech is 5 to 7 minutes. So all the very best, Toastmaster Devansh.
Thank you.
What to you, Toastmaster Varshit?
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Monica. So with that, I would like to invite Toastmaster Devansh, a language without words, Toastmaster Devansh.
Thank you, Toastmaster Varshit. Can you please confirm if my screen is visible?
Yes.
Yes. And can you also see the change?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you. So, good morning, fellow Toastmasters, and welcome guests. If you Google how many languages are there in the world, you will find out that there are about 7,111 languages spoken in the world as of 2020. But still, there is a language that most of the people don't talk about. A language that does not contain a single word, but still plays a very important role in our lives. To know more about this language, I would like to share a story with you. This is a story about a guy named Jack. Now, Jack was a simple guy with exceptional abilities. Jack was charming, good-looking, super intelligent, and a well-mannered guy. He always scored well. He was very popular among his teachers, and he was very good in English. He used to speak very well, so that if you will ask him any question, he would reply in the best possible way without further delay. Moreover, he was a little bit shy, but you could say that he was a perfect package. He was a perfect package of a good personality, but still, he was not happy. Jack was not happy with himself and with the people around him. And what was the reason for that? Why was it so? It was because he thought that people around him don't like him. He thought that people don't indulge with him in long conversations. He thinks that people avoid him. Moreover, he also loved a girl in his school. Her name was Lily, but Jack did not feel comfortable around her. He used to feel that she does not like him and she's not interested in him. That's why he was so disappointed. He was always thinking that what the hell is wrong with him. He always tried to be perfect. He tried to make up every skill that is important for him, but still there was something missing. Why people are not talking to him properly? Why he was not so good with people? Why? What is missing in him? And because of such kind of negative self-talk, he was losing his self-confidence and he was going into depression. But there was a person who was noticing everything. A person who knew everything, what was happening with Jack, what was wrong with him, and why he was going in depression. And also, he also knew the solution for that. And that person was none other than his professor, Professor George. Jack was his favorite student. So he wanted his student to be perfect. So he decided that he should tell him and he should give him his guidance. So one day, Professor George invited Jack in his cabin. He invited him and greeted him. And Jack came crossing his arms. So there was a table between them, and there was a steel glass on the table, but there was no water in that glass. But Professor Jack picked up the glass and made an expression to throw the water on Jack. And unknowing that there is no water, Jack tried to move forward, trying to save him from water. Professor George asked Jack, "Why did you move backward?" Jack said, "Sir, because I thought that you would throw water on me." Sir said, "But there was no water, you see." Jack said, "Yes, there is no water, but how did I know that?" Professor George smiled. He said that, "Look, Jack, I had no intention of throwing water on you, but my expressions and my body language showed it otherwise. And because of that, you made an attempt to save yourself from me. Similarly, your body language and your expressions say a lot about you. And they tell people so much about you that you don't, sometimes you don't mean that. People make some opinion about you looking at your body language." That simple analogy was life-changing for Jack. He and Professor George discussed a lot about body language and expression that day, and he asked his doubts, and Professor George clearly explained in everything. That day, Jack figured out what was wrong with him. He was changing. He got to know what was wrong in his behavior. The problem was that that Jack was not doing anything intentionally, but his body language and his expressions was showing everything in a different way. Talking about the girl Lily, Lily also liked Jack, but whenever she tried to approach him, she saw him crossing his arms and avoiding eye contact. That made Jack unapproachable. Because of that, she thought that he is not interested, so she avoided eye contact. Talking about other people also thought that whenever they try to talk to him, he seemed uninterested. He looks somewhere else and does not pay close attention. That's why they think that he does not like to talk. And Jack used to think that why people don't like to talk to me. And because of the reason, everything was wrong with him. But this day, Jack had figured out what was wrong with him. And now Jack had decided that he will change everything. He will focus more on his body language. So the next day, he went to school, and this time he was aware of his body language. He was walking confidently. And he said that now I will pay close attention to my body language. And that day, he approached Lily. And when he approached Lily, for the first time, their eyes met. For the very first time, he saw love in her eyes and she saw confidence in his eyes. Both of them could see that it was not like before. Jack was very confident and both of them knew that it was going to change. Now everything will be changing and everything will be fine and better. And yes, everything did. And Jack focused on himself. And few years passed. After a few years, Jack became a successful influencer. He was so good with people and he used to advise people how that you should improve your body language. Whenever he used to talk to people, he may make them understand that please try to make proper eye contact. Don't cross your arms. Sit, stand or walk comfortably with your back and shoulders straight. Give a firm handshake and don't stress yourself. Have a genuine smile. And because of that, now Jack was successful. That was Jack's story. Now talking about my own story, I also had so many issues with my own body language. I used to cross my arms and have my shoulders leaned away. And because of that, I always keep my shoulders leaned. And you can see the difference. Whenever I'm not aware, I click pics with my shoulders leaned. But you can see that whenever I'm aware, it can make a large difference. So I insist everyone to follow Jack's advice and focus on the body language as well. Thank you. Back to you, Toastmaster of the Day.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Devansh, for this wonderful speech and on highlighting the importance of body language and facial expressions in our communication. That because we often think that our words make a difference, and they do. Nonetheless, how we express them all is also listened by the people all around us, and they make their judgment call even before we get a chance to utter a single word. So I thank you very much for this wonderful speech, and I hope that you have breaking out of your shell and have an improved body language and learned how to express yourself from various different aspects of your body as well as your facial expressions. With that, we will be moving on to the last speech for today. That would be delivered by Toastmaster Abhishek, and he is a very dedicated member of our club and the person responsible for the most number of joint meetings for as long as I remember. And before I invite him onto the stage, I would like to invite his evaluator Toastmaster Ayushi to come forward and state out the project objectives.
Thank you, Toastmaster Varshit. A very pleasure. Good afternoon to Toastmaster Abhishek. He's attempting his L1P3. The project statement or the purpose statement of this project is, the project statement is to learn and review basic research methods and present a well-organized speech on any topic. All the very best to Toastmaster Abhishek. I hope that he will rock. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Ayushi. So Toastmaster Abhishek, my name is Khan. My name is Khan, Toastmaster Abhishek.
Varshit, can you confirm my audio and video?
Your audio is a bit lower. Could you come closer?
Okay. And video?
Video is fine.
Okay. Timer, can I start?
You can, but I would recommend if you could come closer.
Yes, you can start.
Khan, the actor who has done a lot of movies in Bollywood. The first word comes with the name Khan. Shah Rukh Khan, who has also worked in Billu Barber. Isn't it? No, but I am talking about different Khan. The Khan of Bollywood. Salman Khan. Hud Hud Dabang Dabang. No, Toastmasters, I am still not talking about him. The Khan who was the most versatile actor in Bollywood industry. That must be the Amir Khan, isn't he? Yes, he is not. I'm talking about Khan, who was debuted from the movie Salam Bombay just at the age of 20 years. He has worked in movies like Footpath, Life in a Metro, Piku, and many more. He worked in award movies like Makbul, also National Award winner movie Pan Singh Tomar. I'm talking about Khan, who was also a list A cricketer of Rajasthan. Yes, Toastmaster, I'm talking about Irfan Khan. Good afternoon, Toastmaster. Irfan Khan, who born in Tonk city of Rajasthan, has played a lot of characters in his life. Khan, Irfan Khan, who started his journey from Doordarshan with his career of Lal Ghas Pe Neele Ghode, was a teleplay of Doordarshan, and also from Dar, a psycho series of Doordarshan. He also worked in 90s famous TV serial Chanakya. I hope everyone has heard about Chanakya TV series. Irfan Khan, who started his journey from Salam Bombay, has done a lot of movies in his Bollywood industry, but the recognition to him was very less. He got just 32 awards, including National Award from Bollywood. He was hungry for work, not for money. He always says, run for work, not for the money. Irfan Khan, who worked in more than 50 movies, just get 32 awards. Don't you think is a very less recognition? Who was the most versatile actor of one of a kind? He has done a lot of movies like Black Friday, Makbul, and all. He always says a good society is that where talent is respected. But we are from the society who watches movies like Tiger Zinda Hai, Bagi 3, Race 3, and Tube Light. That is the reason we are not able to give the recognition to the true actor. Suppose Irfan Khan works in a movie Dabang. Will that movie get hit? That movie will get shuttered on the box office. Why? Can you guess? Yes, because there is no star actor in the movie. What do you mean by star actor? Just the fame of Khan, just like Salman, Amir, or Shah Rukh? No, an actual star actor is the one who gives his 100% to the work, who act as versatile actor of all time. Irfan Khan, who has acted in very less Bollywood movies, is the only one who has acted in most number of Hollywood movies other than Indian actor. He has worked in Spider-Man 3, Inferno, Golden Globe Award winner movie, and Oscar Award movie, Slumdog Millionaire. How can we forget that movie? The movie which has shattered all the records on the Oscar, who has won a lot of awards on the Oscar screen. He got cancer in 2018. Even to got to know that he was having cancer, he started to shoot for his next movie, The Angrezi Medium, a sequel to his Hindi medium movie, which was flopped at cinemas, but got recognition from the audience. That was the only reason the sequel was released, The Angrezi Medium. After production of Angrezi Medium, he just says for the movie, life gives you lemon. It depends on us how we make lemonade. Oh, sorry. I think I forgot sugar. Ingredients plays a lot of part in anything, whether you are making a lemonade or making a film. If ingredients are correct, your movie will be success. Toastmasters, that is what I am trying to say. Recognize the person with his work, not from his name. In 2012, he dropped Khan from his name so that people can recognize from his work, not from his religion. He is titled as just Irfan now, whether it is Bollywood or Hollywood. You can check. If you are making a lemonade or a movie, ingredients must be up to the mark. What are the ingredients for the movie? Actors, villains, graphics, producers, director. Director also plays a very important role. They must be good. There are a lot of actors which did not get the recognition. Just like Nawazuddin Siddiqui, Pankaj Tripathi, and many more. So Toastmasters, at the end, I would like to say that recognize everyone with their work because memories last, not the person. Thank you, Toastmasters.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Abhishek, for this wonderful, well-researched speech on Irfan Khan. He would definitely be dearly missed by a lot of Bollywood fans who respect quality movies. And thank you very much for your closing statement about memories last, but people don't. It's worthwhile to respect them when they are alive and cherish their movies when they are gone. And with this, we are closing our prepared speech section, and we would be moving to our second phase of the meeting, that is the table topic session, which is exciting for both guests as well as members of Toastmasters Club because it allows everyone to get an opportunity to speak. But before that, I would say that we have few guests who are joining in the middle, and I would request for them to come forward and introduce themselves. So, guest Dharam Prakash, I think your technical issue is resolved. Could you please introduce yourself? Hello, guest Ram Prakash, could you hear us? Not sure. Guest Jyotsna? I think both of them have again having some issue. Guest Sandhya?
Hi Varshit, thank you for your introduction. My name is Sandhya Bhuti. I am new to this Toastmaster lecture, or more importantly, Toastmasters meetup. I'm a classmate of Varshit, and I intend to attend these classes more and learn from you guys. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Sandhya, for your introduction. Just a bit of an alteration. We are not a classroom here, so a lot of people would take a bit of an offense here. Though we value education, but we want to stay away from word like classroom because we want this to be engaging as well as interactive. But nonetheless, thank you very much for your introduction. I guess Sakshi, Could you hear us?
Yes, I can.
I'll
Hi everyone, myself Sakshi Vora, and I am not new to this. I have attended many meetings, and each time I am very excited what will happen next, and each time I really enjoy it. Hope this time I will. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Varshit, try again, Dharam and other.
Okay, I think guess you're nice reconnecting again. Guess Dharam Prakash, could you hear us? I think he's a bit unreachable. Toastmaster Abhishek, if you could reach out to him, that'll be great. Beyond that, guest Jyotsna, thank you very much for joining again. Could you please provide us with your introduction? We only need 3 things from you. Your full name, what do you do, and how did you get to know about Toastmasters? Yes.
Yeah, hi, my name is Jyotsna Saxena and I'm pursuing BTech right now. And my stream is like computer science, and it was really nice to see the people are giving a speech about different kind of things. Yeah, it was kind of a good experience with the Toastmaster. That is my first time. And yeah, I'm thinking to continue with the Toastmaster in future as well.
All right, fantastic. Thank you very much, Guest Jyotsna, for your introduction. We very welcome you in our meeting today. I think guest Dharam Prakash has been trying to speak, but his voice is not audible. I think could you please try to unmute yourself? I think I'm trying on my end as well. All right, I think there is some issue, and we might take a little more time to resolve. So meanwhile, guest Dharam Prakash, would be great if you would you would provide introduction in the chat box itself, and we will welcome you there as well. With that, we will be moving to the second phase of our meeting. That is the table topic section, and this is one of the most exciting sections in any Toastmasters meeting, because it allows for people to speak right onto the spot after getting a topic. But I would not take away the glory from our wonderful table topic master of today, that is Toastmaster Gargi. So I welcome you onto the stage, and please come forward and take us to the second phase of our meeting.
Thank you,
Hello,
Toastmaster.
am I audible?
Who is this? Oh, Dharam Prakash. All right, hold on, Toastmaster Gargi. Guest Dharam Prakash, would you like to please introduce yourself?
Yeah, hi everyone. My name is Dharam Prakash. I am currently in Bangalore working as software engineer. Abhishek is my friend. I came to know about Toastmaster from him only.
All right, fantastic. Thank you very much. We are very happy that you could join us in our today's meeting. It's a very great pleasure for you to be here. With that, I would like to hand over the stage back to Toastmaster Gargi, who will be the table topic master for today. Hello.
Yes, Toastmaster, I'm able to hear you. So thank you. Good afternoon, Toastmasters and the guests. So Toastmasters table topics help members practice the art of improvisation, and also helps us to think on our feet. As Toastmaster of the day already said, that it's an impromptu section. This helps us to develop our 4 vital communication skills like listening, thinking, organizing, and delivering. The topics that I have prepared for you will hopefully help all of us become better at improvisation. Since we Toastmasters try and provide a speaking opportunity to maximum audience members, this session is not restricted to members alone. Even the guests can participate, and I really want all the people, all of the Toastmasters present here to volunteer themselves. So I hope everyone is just familiar with the timing, and before we start, I'd just like to ask the timer if he can review the timeline guidings for this session.
Toastmaster Ajay, could you please review the timing for table topic section again?
Sure. For table topic section, I will show green card at 1 minute. I will show yellow card at 1 minute 30 seconds. I will show red card at 2 minutes. After red card, you will have 30 seconds to wrap up your speech. Thank you. Over to you, Toastmaster.
Thank you, Toastmaster. Many times we hear a lot of gossips, and sometimes we believe them, but later we get to know that the gossip was not right. So, with that, my first table topic is which gossip you heard and concluded that it was true as soon as you hear it, but later you realized it was just a gossip. So, anyone who would like to volunteer for this, or I'll just pick up someone. Okay, then I'll have to pick someone. Toastmaster Harshvardhan Sharma, are you there?
Yes.
Yeah, so Toastmaster, which gossip you heard and concluded that it was true, and later you realized that it was not. It was just a gossip.
Okay. A very good afternoon to all Toastmasters and welcome guests. As my topic says that gossip which I have heard and understood that it was true. So I cannot exactly recall the time when I heard this, but I see that many times it happens when we see something or listen something and immediately took a decision that it's a right, and sometimes it also happens that we also share those type of things with others also, and then later if somebody in our audience is a person who speaks basis on facts, then we realize that whatever we have listened, that was just a gossip and it was not a fact. Nowadays we can see that on WhatsApp group, I am on lot of WhatsApp group, and I find more often that there were a lot of gossip sort of things which came across, and eventually we try to believe on these things, and now people have become little bit more intelligent, and they are actually forwarding message with a caption telling that forwarded as received. So I believe that whenever we also gossip, we should try not to mention such things which are not fact or which have been generated from an authentic source, and share those things with other in our groups, because this type of gossips can be harmful for other persons or other audience who are going to forward these type of gossips. That's all from my side. Thank you. Over to you, Table Topic Master.
Very well, Toastmaster. So currently I am sitting in a storeroom, and this is because all of my family members are down there and probably shouting, and I couldn't have concluded this session over there. So this is going to be the moment that is I'm going to remember, and definitely going to tell someone about it, that this happened. So with that, my next table topic is, did you know that I once? And I want you to complete it. Anyone who wants to take it. Did you know that I once? We have so many guests. I can really give this topic to any guest of today's meeting. We have guest Banti, Sandhya, Sakshi. We have Ekta Singh. Anyone. You can volunteer, or I'll pick one from you, one from three of you. Okay, then Sakshi, would you like to attempt this topic? Did you know that?
Hello, Sakshi, could you hear us?
Okay, the guest Aditya is raising their hand. So Aditya, would you like to take this topic?
Oh, yes, ma'am. Can you repeat the topic once?
Did you know that I once? And you can complete it.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you for giving this opportunity. Once I was I'm bit of a negativity. I have negativity thoughts in me, and once I was in my school. I'm a bit shy. I don't talk to anyone. I was in my own world. So bit I thought that I cannot do the life. I cannot do this. I cannot do that, and I cannot focus my goals. And there are so many negativity issues I got in my mind. So once I getting gradually grow, I'm getting growing. Uh, you know, so many people convinced me. So this is, you have to leave the negative thoughts and you have to come out of your own world and see the world, see what's going here, what's going in your present present uh, you know present in your present surroundings. You know, you get to know, you have to know that what's going in your life. So from that I just learned that, so we have to remove our negative thoughts, and we have to come out of the world, come out of our world and see the people around us, and learn from them. So from that I just learned from my negative thoughts and others. Over to you, sir.
So Toastmaster Parul also wanted to take this topic, but Toastmaster Parul, I must tell you that the early bird already catched its worm. So you'll have to wait for other topics. And okay, so this one is really interesting topic I have with myself. If you were music, what did you sound like? Like you were rock music, like Beyonce, jazz, pop, hip hop, classical, disco, or maybe a funk. So this is my next topic, that if you were a music, what did you sound like? The guest Sakshi wants to take this topic. Okay, Sakshi, go ahead.
Shall I start? Am I audible to? Hello?
Yes, Sakshi, you can start. If you were music, what did you sound like? Toastmaster Sakshi, Toastmaster Sakshi. If you were music, what did you sound like?
If I would be a music, I will sound like a positive. It's full of hope that everyone wants to listen. Everyone calms down by listening it. Okay. Or everyone, when everyone was stressed or depressed, everyone loves to hear it. Okay. I want that type of sound music. Music is that every one of us listen music, love to listen in fact. So I just wanted to know ki when depressed or we are in tension, we just some like hip hop music, some like Bollywood 70, 80 music, some like new. This depends. I am the watchdog of all. So I am a combination of all. Okay. So I want myself to be that music, to be that sound only. Okay. So that's all from my side. Thank you.
Okay, so this one is really related to the theme, and I wanted I want to come up with it now. So one of the best, it's a quote. One of the best ways to persuade others is with your ears by listening to them. Do you agree? Do you disagree on it? And I just want your opinions on it. So anyone who wants to take this topic. I can repeat. One of the best ways to persuade others is with your ears by listening to them. Or, some people also believe that you persuade others by speaking also. So do you think that speaking is the better way to persuade others, or sometimes even listening can help. Anyone who wants to volunteer?
Gargi, I can take the topic.
Yes, ma'am, sure.
Yeah.
The stage is yours.
Yes. So, very good afternoon, Toastmasters. Well, first of all, when it comes to the power of listening, I think all of us need to have the feeling of gratitude towards God, towards the Almighty, that we are endowed with this beautiful power of listening, of hearing. Because if we did not have this power of listening, we could not have even spoken as well as we do today. Toastmasters, we could not have heard the humming of the birds that Toastmaster Rishit was talking about. We could not have understood the national education policy that our first speaker was talking about. So listening is a gift to us. And when we have this power of listening, we should try and help others with it. Today, the world, the younger generation is fraught with the problem of depression because they do not have people to share their feelings with. And I feel that we should listen to people. We should make people talk so that they can pour out their thoughts, they can vent their feelings, share their burdens, and that would be a great service. As parents, we need to listen to our children. We just don't need to impose our will on them, but to listen to what they want to say. What is it that they want from life? Not just we as parents imposing our thoughts, our ideas, our dreams on them. So the power of listening is very important, very essential. It also helps people who are introverts to turn into extroverts and realize their potential. So I think it's a beautiful gift from God, which all of us should appreciate and all of us should share with the world. Over to you, Toastmaster Gargi.
Thank you, ma'am. I really am amazed by your thoughts. And I just wish my mother could have the same thoughts. So, coming to the next table topic, at 5 years old, you dream to be maybe a teacher, a fireman, or Miss India. In my case, I wanted to be Miss India, but then my height was short and I decided to go to other way. At 15 years old, you can dream to play or sing with your favorite music band. And but tell me why your dream would be to be a shoe. So this is my next table topic. Why someone or why you will dream to be a shoe? Anyone who would like to volunteer? Mr. Parul, would you like to come up with for this topic? Why you will dream to be a shoe?
Toastmaster Parul, can you hear us?
Yes. Yes, Toastmaster Varsha.
So Toastmaster Parul, why you dream to be a shoe? Why you dream to be a shoe, Toastmaster Parul?
Thank you, Toastmaster Gargi. I would like to be a shoe. You ask why? Because I can provide the support. I could be the strength, the support that the one who wears me stands out there and walks and goes miles with one help of me. If I'm not there, then how will you go miles? The shoe, one shoe that is comfortable, one shoe that is there throughout your journey, one shoe that will be there for you wherever you go, in whatever condition, whether it be mountains, whether it be crossing the rivers, or whether just walking on a simple straight road. I'll be there. I'll be there with everyone out. And I know people nowadays try to, they want all the things that are comfortable, right? And shoes are the first thing that is that is, everyone wants it. Everyone wants it to be comfortable, because shoes are the things that shoes is only the thing that even if you have to pay more than what you can afford, you do that, right? Just to get one comfortable shoes. So yes, I would like to be the shoe because I want to support you. Thank you, Toastmasters.
Very, what should I say, beautifully attempted topic. You are very generous. And with that, moving on to my next table topic, and this is the last table topic for this session. So I really want a volunteer if they can volunteer. So most of the time we meet people who are always ready to start a conversation, be it politics, be it science, be it technology, be it universal theories. They can come up with anything. So I'm sure, you all of you must have met with these kind of people who are encyclopedias, and you can't really always keep up with them, but it's okay. So my next table topic is walking encyclopedias. Anyone who would like to take this topic? This is the last one. This is the last chance. And I'll pick a guest if nobody volunteered. Toastmaster Jyotsana, would you like to volunteer for this one? Would you like to take this topic? I want to give you this topic. Walking encyclopedias.
Yes, I can talk on this topic. Actually, I think that I'm such kind of a girl that who like to talk about different kind of things, and it is really difficult to match with the people because like my interest and my topics are kind of different. Like I love to talk about the dinosaurs, and I love to talk about the like Korean K-pop bands, and in India like nobody don't really want to talk about these things. So yeah, it is really difficult for me to like match up with these kind of people, and that was the reason that I don't have many friends, because I saw so many of like my college friends that they talk about the different kind of things like the friendships and the gossips, this girl is doing like this and they are going there and something, and I don't have any kind of interest in this. And yeah, and like for these kind of people like walking encyclopedias, they like it is really difficult to find people who can talk about the topics which they like. So yeah, I can really feel it. I don't, yeah, that's all I have.
Thank you, Toastmaster. And I really wish forward to have a conversation with you on one of these interesting topics. I really hope you all enjoyed the table topic session. But I just remembered that Toastmaster Parul was also the evaluator for today's meeting. So it's if someone wants to take any topic that I discussed today, can take a topic. But this is the final one. So anyone who would like to volunteer and who likes to who like to speak on any of the topic that I gave. I guess no one.
I think Toastmaster Abhishek wants to speak.
But he was also the speaker. Anyone who has not spoken, come on, Toastmaster Abhishek, you cannot do it like this. You already had the speech.
Well,
That's why I'm giving the chance. It was my mistake. It was.
Toastmaster Srishti also wants to give it a hand.
Okay, then I think let's call it a session for today's Toastmaster meeting. Thank you to everyone who participated, and I look forward to the best table topic speaker. Thank you. Over to the table topic master of the day. Sorry, Toastmaster of the day. I'm so sorry.
Well, thank you very much, Toastmaster Gaki. And, screw ups and messing up things like that is what we remember, as Toastmaster Abhishek elegantly posed. Remember memories and cherish them thereafter. So we will be remembering and cherishing these memories long after our meeting has been concluded. But thank you very much for this innovative and interactive session of which is known as table topic session. Now, in the interest of time, we'll be quickly moving towards the final session of today. That is the evaluation section. And this would be led by our general evaluator of today, Toastmaster Srishti. So I would like to invite her back onto the stage to kickstart the evaluation section with the auxiliary role plays as well as the prepared evaluations of all the speeches. So Toastmaster Srishti, over to you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Varshit. So once again, good afternoon, everyone. And now, starting the evaluation session, I would first quickly like the evaluators of speakers to come up on stage and give their evaluations. So for first speaker, I would like Toastmaster Parul to come and give her evaluation.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Shrishti. Once again, a very warm good afternoon, dear Toastmasters. Speech is not only about one who speaks, but also about people who listen, the listeners, the audience. And I would like to congratulate Toastmaster Arpit, our speaker, because he knows this thing very well. You have this amazing quality of speaking casually, as if we are having a conversation out there. You were great at this, and you consider your listeners by a few of the things that you incorporated in your speech. Firstly, by trying to directly interact with the audience, and you did this by asking a question in the beginning. Though no one came up, but this was a very good step. Secondly, by having this simple language, you had throughout your speech. You did incorporate some of the beautiful words like envisage, alma mater, watchdog, but then the language was very simple so that the audience could get easily. Although you were great with your content and language, you can still improve upon some of the things so that the audience don't go away. Your speech seemed a little monotonous and the pace was constant. To improve this, you can do two things. First of all, you can take a little necessary pauses here and there, which was not in your speech. And then the second thing, voice modulation. You were talking continuously at the same level and your voice was just in a regular speaking manner. So you can incorporate this thing as well. And other than that, you had great hand gestures, facial expressions, and you had this very well-researched and well-organized speech. So congratulations, Toastmaster Arpit. You did very well. Thank you. Over to you, Toastmaster.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Parul, for such a crisp and nice evaluation. Moving forward, I would like the second evaluator for Toastmaster Mukul to come up on stage and give his evaluation.
Thank you, Toastmaster Srishti, for handing over the stage to me. So coming to the evaluation part, so congratulations Toastmaster Rishit for completing your level 2 and project 1 with the name of budding leader. A person who comes with such great examples and to motivate his audience is also not less than a budding leader, and kudos you for that. PM Rishit, you have very well started by stating your story from 8th standard when you come out from comfort zone. That not only get us into our imagination, but also motivate us to think from your side. How can we motivate from 8th standard? Because it's not sitting in a comfort zone as a Toastmaster. It's not our work. We also it's listening and uploading is not only way ahead. We also come out from a comfort zone to take the step ahead. Talking about your leadership style, that is innovative leadership style. It's not the set of innovation ideas and new things, but also you let us know that being an engineer, you practically put those ideas in place as a true leader. So that gives an example, like a leader not only think creative and come up with a new idea. The person who also put those idea into in action is also is a true leader. And I really love the way you explain the four aspects for those who follow innovation leadership style. I think it can be useful for every person being who wants to see his or her journey as a leader. So firstly, you shared about the sharing the vision, giving the example of a bee. Like a true leader always share the vision with his teammates, with the audience. Second is the encouragement using innovation leadership style. So a true leader always encourage his team and take the ideas to come forward, and also promote creative ideas and innovation conversation is the third and fourth points. So I really loved it. Coming to the recommendation part, I would say although you use screen very well, and but it will be better if you can use the upper part of your body so that we can properly see how you are using your hand gesture, and we can relate your hand gesture and body posture with the words you are using through the speech. At the end, I would say you beautifully covered aspect of your leadership style and discuss the leadership style in general, so that as an audience we get to know leadership style and impacted through your leadership style. There's a clarity in your voice. You are able to make proper eye contact with the audience and choose topic that is exact to the point, and very comfortably delivered the speech in a strong opening and body part and the conclusion. I wish you all the best for your future speeches, and you truly said leaders are not born, they are developed with the actions and example, because leadership is not a position, it's all about the practical things, and you very well delivered through the speech. And I hope we as an audience will definitely encourage with your words. Over to you, general evaluator.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Mukul, for covering Toastmaster Rishit's speech so beautifully and highlighting the main points in your evaluation. Great job. Next, moving forward, I would like Toastmaster Monica to give her evaluations for Toastmaster Devansh's speech.
Hello once again, and thank you, Toastmaster Shrishti. So, first of all, congratulations, Toastmaster Devansh, for successful completion of L2P2. If excellence is one of your values, not only you self-critic and evaluate your performance consistently, you beg others for honest feedback. Your speech today was very influential. You had articulated your content beautifully. Your speech was crystal clear throughout the time you were speaking. You used the tone, speed, and volume very effectively. You appear fully at ease with audience and also at switching images along with the content. Moving toward the content of your speech, as I heard, I find the introduction of your speech was very appealing, as you started with lot of new information about the number of languages we have. It was really enlightening. The body of your speech was also very absorbing, as you introduced all of us with the two new characters, Jack and Lily, and the problems they were facing in advancing their relationship. The story you built was itself really inspirational and gripping, and the use of images had made it more relatable. Adjectives you had used for Jack were notable. I like the way you used the questions to make everyone understand the importance of body language. Now, few recommendations from my side. As I had already said, that the way you use the audio and visual at once were really commendable, but in course of the visual treat, I believe audience somehow missed you in between, as the purpose of your project was to have the awareness of some intentional and unintentional body language, as well as to learn, practice, and refine them. I was expecting some of the body movements and mannerism from your side as well. In this speech, I must say at many places, the character, imaginary character Jack overshadows you at many places. Other thing I would like to throw light on is that you entered really late in your speech, or I can say nearly at the end of it. I was waiting for the transition since long from Jack's story to your story. As per my opinion, using a story was both a strength and weakness for your speech. Talking about the end, it ends abruptly without any concluding statement. Overall, it was great effort and you were fluent and poised as always. And I love the way you exemplified the whole project with the illustration. In the end, I would just say that continuous improvement is always better than delayed perfection. Thank you, and back to you, General Evaluator, Toastmaster Shrishti.
Thank you, Toastmaster Monica.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Monica, for such a described feedback for as well as the recommendations for Toastmaster Devansh. Now moving towards the last evaluation, I would like to invite Toastmaster Ayushi to evaluate Toastmaster Abhishek.
Thank you. Very warm afternoon to Toastmaster Abhishek. The quotation you quoted, that everything will last, everything will end, but the memories will be lasting, was very well. Congratulations for completing L1P3. The journey of Irfan Khan is always exciting to hear. You created a great zeal among the audience in the beginning. The way you explained the role of Irfan Khan was very well. The way you connected the whole story or the whole speech with the one phrase, with the one phrase, I believe when life gives you lemons, you should make lemonade, was commendable. Just a few recommendations so to make your speech more magical one. You was giving too much long pauses, so I would recommend that you should work on the fluency part and try to speak fluently whenever you speak, because the voice modulation wasn't there and you were speaking in the same flow. Second, there's one recommendation: whenever we are in a virtual meeting, you should not look here and there, even if you want to point out something from the past or something which relates to an example, because when it's not a physical meeting and we can't see the whole audience and we can't relate to the whole members. It's a virtual meeting and you should look to the camera and face to the audience. And overall, I believe that the message you planned was very well, and audience was very connected to that, and I believe you will be rocking in the future. Thank you.
Thank you, Ayushi.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Ayushi, for such a beautiful evaluation. Now, I think it's time for which we all were waiting. We all lend our ears to. This is the time when everyone's get evaluated. So first, I would like to call upon the tag team, that is the timer, our counter, and the grammarian. So starting with timer, if you can. Oh, I'm so sorry. And the Hackmaster. So first, I would like the timer to tell us if there are any disqualifications or not, and to present all the timings.
Yes. Thank you, Toastmaster Srishti. Now, there is one person from speeches. Toastmaster Abhishek is disqualified. His time was 7 minutes 47 seconds. And from evaluation section, Toastmaster Parul disqualified 1 minute 51 per second. This was my mistake. And Toastmaster Ayushi is disqualified. Her time was 1 minute 28 seconds. That and other detailed report I will share in chat box.
With respect to timing, I think we'll exempt Toastmaster Parul as it was on the fault of the timer, not on.
Yes, she should be qualified.
We'll be exempting Toastmaster Parul from the evaluation section. Over to you, General Evaluator.
Okay, I think for evaluations we have timing 2 to 3 minutes.
Yes.
Yes.
So, what was the timing of Toastmaster Ayushi?
1 minute 28 seconds.
Okay, it was below the timing. Okay, thank you so much.
Yes.
Okay, so in the speech section we have Toastmaster Abhishek disqualified, and in the evaluation session, Toastmaster Ayush is disqualified. So once again, doesn't matter you are qualified or disqualified, you always learn because we do learn from our mistakes. So now coming forward to the R counter, please present your report.
Good afternoon, Toastmasters. I will go first with the speakers of the day. First, Arpit, you had several hours. Now, Toastmaster Rishit, you had 2 hours. Toastmaster Devansh, you had 3 hours and 1 fumble. And Toastmaster Abhishek, you fumbled twice. Now I'll go for the table topic masters. Toastmaster Harshvardhan, you had a few hours. Toastmaster Aditya, you also had a few hours and you used filler, and so other things. Toastmaster Sakshi, you used filler so and that. And for the Toastmaster Parul, you had 3 hours. And you used this line, as a filler. Toastmaster Jyotsna, you used filler like yeah, like, and this. So these were the fillers from your side. And over to the Toastmaster Sakshi. Sorry, Shrishti.
Oh, that's okay. So thank you, Toastmaster Ravikant, for the counter evaluation. So next, I would like Toastmaster Pramila, the grammarian, to present her evaluation.
A very good afternoon, Toastmasters, once again. So first, I would evaluate the prepared speeches, our prepared speakers, and I kept my ears to the ground, and I was actually like a watchdog. So Toastmaster Arpit, our first speaker. Toastmaster, I am also very optimistic about our new education policy, and you presented it in a very nice manner, the summary, and made us understand what it is all about. So Toastmaster, where a few errors, like you said, very much fantastic. You could have just said fantastic. They are not attend the right education. They have not received the right education. I think there was a slip of tongue when you said methodology. It should have been methodology. There were no errors in tenses. Congratulations for that. You used many good words like energizing, terminology, disruptive, disruptions, comprehensive, cohesive, and you also used a very nice phrase like the wheels start to rotate under the umbrella. You use the word of the day, watchdog, also once. So congratulations, it was a very good speech, Toastmaster Arpit. Coming to our second speaker, Toastmaster Rishit. Toastmaster Rishit, that was such an interesting and information-loaded speech, and our country needs lots of innovators. It was a speech full of very good words and phrases. So Toastmasters, there were no errors in your pronunciations or tenses. There was only something good and positive to learn from your speech. You used a lot of good words like ensure, endeavor, nurturing, pursue of excellence, and there were many more. The good phrases that you used were, this is a glimpse, take the reins in my hands, led to newer heights, why did you jump in? So congratulations. It was a beautiful speech in every sense. Our next speaker was Toastmaster Devansh, a speech on the importance of non-verbal communication, which is so important in our lives. Toastmaster Devansh, I would like to point out a few pronunciation errors. It is pronounced as said. I'm just giving you the right pronunciations. It is pronounced as 11. It is pronounced as conversations, cabin, and it's a better way of saying very good in English would be very good at English. Their eyes met. You did not pronounce met as met. It was pronounced not properly. Then a few errors like unknowingly that you could have instead at that point in time, you could have said not knowing that or unknowingly. You said shoulders leaned away. A better word would be slouch. And there were no problems with the tenses. Very good. Congratulations for that. There were good words used like unexceptional, unapproachable, influencer, and very good phrases like had figured out, their eyes met. So congratulations for a good speech, Toastmaster. Our fourth speaker was Toastmaster Abhishek. He's our own alumni from Toastmaster SKIT Toastmaster Club. Toastmaster, you spoke about Irfan Khan. Yes, he is a legend. He played roles larger than life, and we will always remember him for that. Toastmaster, there were a few errors in pronunciation, like it should be pronounced as recognition. You said lemon, it should be pronounced as lemonade. And the other things that I would like to point out are, I'm talking about different Khan. I'm talking about another Khan. Sorry for that. I'm talking about another Khan. Award movie, the award-winning movie, the Amir Khan. With a proper noun, we use with the names. We do not use the. It's Amir Khan. Who watches movies like? Who watch movies like? Shattered on the box office. Probably you could say battered on the box office. He got cancer. He was diagnosed with cancer, which was flopped, which was a flop. So these were the few things. Please take care of your tenses and the pronunciations. You use a good word like versatile, recognition, shattered, versatile. These were the good words that you use. And congratulations for that, for the good speech, Toastmaster Abhishek. Now moving over to the table topic speakers. Toastmaster Harshvardhan, the pronunciation of the word understood, it has to be pronounced as understood. And a good word that you used was recall. Toastmaster Aditya, you said, I'm growing, growing, growing. You could have just said, I am growing, not saying it thrice. A good phrase that you used was come out of, and the good word was silo. Toastmaster Sakshi, the pronunciation of the word impact, the pronunciation of hip hop. It's hip hop, but you do not pronounce it this way. And pronunciation of watchdog. It's watchdog. So just pay attention to your pronunciations. I was the fourth speaker, and I really wish if someone has taken care of my grammar, then I would like their evaluation. And the fifth speaker was Toastmaster Parul. So stands out there. Parul, you could have said, Toastmaster Parul, you could have said can stand. One comfortable shoe, a pair of comfortable shoes. And out there was used again and again. So just pay attention to these things. And last but not the least, Toastmaster Jyotsna. I'm such kind of this was not, it shouldn't have been this way. Match up with was a good phrase that you use. And it's because is pronounced as because and not because. So just pay attention to this. Besides, there were a lot of like, the use of the word like was very much there in your speech. And just a thing generally I would like to point out in the meeting was that there's a lot of confusion between he and she many a times. And people said it was a very well speech. You could have said it was a good speech or it was an amazing speech, but not a very well speech. That's all from my side. Over to you, Toastmaster Sakshi.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for such a descriptive evaluation. This reminded me of my grammar lecture in school days. You beautifully highlighted all the words and phrases again that were mentioned by the speakers and thus enriched our vocabulary again. And you did focused on all the pronunciations and correcting them as well. So thank you so much. And now coming to the role which I always forget is the role of Hackmaster. And yes, now it's time to check that uh, did our ear were on the ground or sometimes when we're in the middle of the meeting, we did fall on our deaf ear. So yes, I would like Toastmaster Mukul to conduct the quiz.
Thank you, Toastmasters. So, good afternoon once again, everyone. I hope you all are enjoying the meeting, and maybe some of you are getting boring because we are thinking some kind of fun activity today. But our TMOD has planned the activity, but due to timing, we have skipped the activity. So, pardon for that. So, right now we come with the Hackmaster role. So, here I will ask some question from entire meeting, or you can say from speeches that you have heard, and we will check how well you observe the entire meeting. So before putting the first question in the chat box, I request everyone please turn on your video so that we can see who all are active here. Okay, so before dropping the first question, raise your hand if you are like a study freak, like you are a bookworm, you like to study. Anyone, just raise your hand. So no one is want to study, no one is interested in the study, right?
I think
Okay,
yes, Aditya and Toastmaster Devansh are raising their hand.
okay. So I am putting the first question related to that only. Please check in the chat box, and so not answer randomly. So the person who will raise their hand first is able to answer. So Devans will check the person who is raising their hand first after dropping the question only. So don't just answer in the chat box. So first question in the chat box. Just raise the hand, and Toastmaster Devans will choose who will answer the first.
Toastmaster Monica raised hand first.
Master Monica, raise hand first. Okay, Monica, so drop your answer in the chat box. Monica, you can go ahead with the answer in the chat box. If not Monica, then second is, I guess, Srishti.
Monica was on mute, that's why we couldn't hear her.
Oh,
I'm typing.
okay.
So my question, okay, am I supposed to answer it or am I supposed to type it?
You are supposed to type in the chat box.
Okay.
Any people.
Okay, that's the right answer, I guess. So second question I am asking to everyone. So you know you not to just raise your hand. I guess it's taking the long time. Just drop. Anyone who find the answer first can type the answer in the chat box. Okay, so that person will be the winner. So my second question is, I'm dropping the chat box, and anyone who find the answer can answer the question. So second question is this: what is the leadership style of Toastmaster Rishit, and any aspect? Here mentioned the 4 aspects of the leadership style. So any aspect of this, I request everyone please answer both the question. What is the leadership style of Toastmaster Rishit, and any aspect? Devans, please check who's the correct one.
Yes, Toastmaster Pramila said innovation and sharing of vision. Toastmaster Srishti said that be an evaluator and have a vision. Is that correct?
Right, right. So yes, Srishti is right.
Yeah, she told both the questions.
Yeah, right, right, right. So congratulations, Srishti. So my third question to everyone is from our third speech of Toastmaster Devans. Any advice that is given by the Jack? There is a bunch of advice that is given by the Jack, and that is mentioned in that whiteboard. So any advice that is given by the Jack?
Yes, it was about body language, but the advices were specific.
Okay, apart from
contact.
Devansh, anyone? Because you are the speaker for that speech only.
Pramila ma'am and Ajay said eye contact. Body language say more than words.
Who's the
What's your
winner?
body language? So Pramila ma'am and Ajay said eye contact.
Okay, okay. So good to go. So my fourth question is number of language. So I mistyped it. Sorry for that. So number of language that is
Yes,
that is
Sakshi is
spoken in the
right.
world.
7,111.
Thank you, Sakshi. So my last question. So right now I guess Sakshi is winning, right?
Yes.
So last question is the national award winning movie of Irfan Khan. Anyone who type the first will be the winner. So I guess Sakshi won the contest.
Yes,
So I'm
again.
just confused. There are the two Sakshi. So which Sakshi is right correctly?
I think it's Sakshi Bora.
Yes.
I think Sakshi is having a tie-up with Hawk Master every week.
But actually, correctly written by Pramila Bapna ma'am. It is
No.
PJAN.
Abhishek, just try to understand the emotions. What's our part?
Okay.
I also mistyped the question. Not an issue about that. So this is end of my session. Over to you, general evaluate. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you so much, Hackmaster. That was a great session, recalling everything what we listened and what we lended our ears to and responding quick. And I guess Toastmaster Shakshi, you were really quick. Like I was half the way typing and you typed the answers. So going forward, I would like to present my evaluation. So timer, you can note the timing is 2 to 3 minutes. Is that right?
Typically, we don't really register general evaluators timing.
Okay.
But
Okay.
nothing you
That's
request,
great then. Then great.
since you request.
No, then I'll be giving a descriptive and deep evaluation for everyone. So that will be great. So the meeting started at 11:10 a.m. and the timing was 11. It started 10 minutes late, but that's okay. That's great. We had a good start. The sergeant at arms addressed very well. Then coming to the presidential address that was given by me. So obviously I can't evaluate myself. But after then, this coming to the speakers, first of all, I would like to say that the energy which energized the whole meeting, the person that energized the whole meeting was none other than the TMOD, Toastmaster Worship. As soon as he appeared to the meeting and started speaking, the vibe of the whole meeting changed and we all got energized that yes, the meeting has started. And then coming to the speakers, speaker number 1, Toastmaster, you used very good words like alma mater and cohesive. And the best part of your speech was that you had a great and deep research about your topic. And that was really interesting and knowledgeable for us to learn the whole new education system, which is going to be implemented soon. Then the second speaker was Toastmaster Rishit. Toastmaster Rishit, your vocabulary, the phrases, the words you used were very great. You're very great at putting idioms, phrases at the right places and at the right time. Along with that, the most impressive part was you used 4 stories in your speech. Using 4 stories in a single speech and still able to complete the speech in time was great. That was commendable, and I was so impressed by that. Then coming to speaker 3, Toastmaster Devansh. As no one has noticed till now, but I'll give that part a like, that the presentation you made was great. I I can't imagine how much time it took you to, collab all that photograph. First to search all that photographs and then to collab them. Even that glass on the table was a specific photograph which you pasted afterwards. So the presentation part, the comments that were appearing on the presentation is commendable. Great job, and the whole hard work was visible through your presentation. Coming to the last speaker, Toastmaster Abhishek, thank you for presenting such a great story of Irfan Khan. Because yeah, most of the time what happens is something happens, we talk about it, then we forget it. But you, after throwing the light upon that incident, after talking of such a legend once again in front of everyone and sharing his whole life journey was excellent. And the message was very pure and very positive and beautiful, simply. Then coming to the evaluators. First evaluator was Toastmaster Parul. Toastmaster Parul, you covered all the evaluation, what we can say, milestones. You covered all of them. You took care of everything, gestures, the eye contact, everything. But there is one recommendation, and today I would like to recommend this one to all the evaluators. I think this particular point was missing in general. So when you are evaluating someone, you are just not giving the recommendation and commendation. Along with that, there is a small addition to it, that you are presenting a speech. You yourself is giving a speech. That evaluation is none other than a speech. So always try to connect stories or at least metaphors. Try to connect your evaluations with some metaphors, and that way it will be presented in a more beautiful way. For like, you can take example of a river, that how positive it is, or it's flowing. And as river, your speech was also smooth and it went on. Like, you can always use metaphors. That depends on the speaker, on the speech for which you have to use that. Second, coming to Toastmaster Mukul, who was the second evaluator. First of all, Mukul, you started your speech by throwing spotlight over all the, basically you concluded Toastmaster Rishit's speech by throwing light upon the conclusions and the phrases and the quotes he used. And then you gave your recommendations, and then you gave your commendations about the eye contact, about the body gestures, and everything that comes under evaluation. So that was a beautiful way of structuring a speech and engaging people. Then third evaluator was Toastmaster Monica. Toastmaster, while you were introducing, before the speech, you did use the word watchdog and the idiom of the day. That portrays that you were very attentive from even before the speech. You were attentive, and you lended all your ears to the speaker. Along with that, when you started your evaluation, you first congratulated the speaker, and that was great and that was commendable. After that, the structure of your speech, I don't think so you missed any point in an evaluation checklist. So that was great. You included every point, and still you managed to wind up your speech in time, and that was truly great. Along with that, your voice was clear, and you used good adjectives like enlightening, absorbing. So that were the good words which made the speech even more aesthetic. So thank you so much for such a great evaluation. Then the last was Toastmaster Ayushi. Toastmaster Ayushi, your voice is so is basically honey to the ears, and you although you took very less time and you winded up early and thus got disqualified, but thus that was a crisp and clear evaluation from your side. Now coming to the tag team, basically I'll quickly give one recommendation to each one of them. And for first the timer, you showed timings on time, and that is a really hard job because sometimes you're not attentive, and if you miss a second, then the whole timing is messed up. So you did a great job. You didn't miss a timing anywhere. But it would be great if you would have showed the green, yellow, and red cards in the presentation so that the speaker can look upon it, because sometimes speakers just miss the messages. Second, coming to the R counter, you gave a very descriptive and brief evaluation, but still, if you would have added that, you said that there were fumbles. If you have added where were the fumbles, that you fumbled at this word, that would have been better. Otherwise, it was a great evaluation. And third, Toastmaster Pramila, I already said it was a brief and descriptive one. Evaluation from your side, everything was covered. I can't add any more. It was a great evaluation. Now coming to table topic master. Toastmaster Gagi, as usual, your table topic sessions were so engaging. All the topics were moving around to the theme, what we have, the power of listening. You researched well, you tried your best to get all the topics around there. There wasn't any, timing gap so that we get leaned or something. There was you led the whole session so smoothly, and everyone was given a chance to speak. You took care of that, and at the last you also asked if anyone wants to take any topic, so that was great. Now coming to the table, Toastmasters, do I have to evaluate the table topic speakers? Do I have to evaluate table topic speakers?
Varshit, are you there?
Yeah, I'm sorry, I was on mute. I couldn't realize that. I think it would be good if you would give an overall summary about the table topic. I think in the interest of time, we should be wrapping it up quick.
Okay, fine. Okay, then for that, I'll quickly wind it up for. So, like, I would, should I leave the table topic? Is that so?
If you can give an overall summary, if that's possible. Otherwise, let's skip it.
So for the overall summary, all the table topic speakers, even you were picked up, sometimes you were voluntarily gave your name, but sometimes you were picked up by the table topic master and speaking at the moment for, like, I'll give you Toastmaster Harshvardhan, Toastmaster from Sakshi. You just spoke at that time and that was excellent. Toastmaster Pramila, you are flawless. And Toastmaster Aditya, you really described and took the topic in really other direction, because I was thinking of the mistakes I have done, all because the topic of what I did, I only can think of the mistakes I have done, but you took in that a mature way and presented a really positive speech. Ending Toastmaster Jyotsna, your voice, I must say, is sweet to the ears. So well done. So I guess that's it. And the Hackmaster, you did a really good job, because asking the questions about what was the highlighting points in the meeting is, you can only ask that questions when you are attentive in the meeting. So great job. You were really attentive in the meeting, I must say. I guess that's all about the evaluations. Over to the TMOD, Toastmaster version. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Alute, for such a detailed description of the entire meeting. I believe everybody have found them useful, specifically the speakers for who you have provided such a detailed step-by-step evaluation of their speeches as well. Nonetheless, I think in interest of time, we'll be moving quickly towards the poll. So I do not have the drum roll, so I'll be doing this to highlight the drum rolls. So quickly, I'll be running off the poll. I'll be launching the poll. So everyone, please.
There are 5 co-hosts, so please remove that.
What?
There are 5 co-hosts, so I think we should remove them as co-host so that we could.
Yeah. Okay, that's a good point. I think. Yep. Who else is the co-host? Perhaps
me.
I think no. Yep.
Gargi as well.
Yep. I think yes. All of them have been released. All right. So polls are online. Everyone, please fill it up quickly as possible. All right, so now is the time for the results. So with this, who do you think won the Best Speaker Award today? Any guesses?
Devansh.
Rishit.
Well, there are a lot of names coming up. So the winner is Toastmaster Rishit from SKIT Club. Now it's time for the Best Evaluator. Who do you think did the job of evaluation perfectly well? Any guesses? I guess people are trying to have tight-lipped. So I'll announce the results. That would be Toastmaster Monica. Who did you think won the Best Table Topic Speaker Award?
I think someone from guests.
No, quite. That will be Toastmaster Parul, who won the Best Speaker Award, Table Topic Speaker Award. And now it's time for Best Auxiliary Role Player Award. Who do you think won the Best Auxiliary Role Player Award among the 4 auxiliary role players?
Master Pramila.
Pramila Bafna, ma'am.
The answer is on point. That is Toastmaster Pramila. And who do you think won the Best Role Player Award?
GE.
TMOD, I guess.
GE.
Well,
Srishti.
the correct answer is Toastmaster Srishti, the General Evaluator of today.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much for joining us in today's meeting. We'll be sharing your certificates, and not to mention again a special award for Sakshi, who wins the Hawk Master Award every time. Apparently, there is some sort of cheating going on, we believe. Just joking. Apart from that, I would request everyone to turn on the video for a couple of seconds so that we could have a group photograph. That'll be great. Toastmaster Parul, Toastmaster Arpit, guest Dharmender, Dharmprakash, sorry. That'll be Toastmaster Arpit. Could you also turn on the video? All right. All right. Thank you, everyone.
Toastmaster Worship, I just have a suggestion.
Yes,
Toastmaster Worship, I have a suggestion that, if we could, we have done it in JPOC, the Jaipur Professional Club also. If we could have a dedicated role for the table topic evaluator, because I think the table topics also need to be evaluated. So we have also introduced this in our club. We also didn't have it earlier. So just a suggestion for the joint meetings as well as for the for your club also. And our takeaway from today's meeting is the Hackmaster. We would surely introduce this in our club also. So that it promotes and active listening, which is very important. So I think that's a very good takeaway for us.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Pramila. That's definitely a good idea. I used to have that in my very first club as well, but ever since it has been a bit rolled away in the Toastmaster meeting. But I think it's a good suggestion to bring back table topic evaluators, so that even the table topic speakers, particularly the guests who doesn't really get any specific evaluations, can also get some feedback. Dedicated
feedback. Because otherwise it's a bit discouraging for the table topic speakers, because they don't come to know about their strengths and weaknesses. So it's important to evaluate the table topic speakers also. Maybe even if it's a brief evaluation, but they should also, know as to how they have spoken.
Definitely. All right. Thank you very much, everyone, for staying so long with us. And I think with this, we are officially bringing our meeting to a close. So thank you, everyone. I'll be closing the meeting room now. It was a great pleasure having a joint meeting, very first joint meeting with SKIT. We hope that we would have more of such meetings in the future as well. Kudos to everyone who made it possible.
Yes, we should have more of the joint meetings, and I think because in lockdown and because of the online meetings, it is possible now to have joint meetings. So we should meet more often, and we should be together more often.
Most certainly.
Varshit, can I say some few words, if you permit?
Please.
First of all, I would like to thank Mukul for giving opportunity to have a speech in joint meeting with SKIT. Thank you, Pramila Bafna ma'am, because I always thank you, because only under your leadership I have reached this level. And just today, just few minutes before the meeting, I have received this second Triple Crown Award for completing all those speeches under your leadership. I have no words to how to thank you, but yes, I can't say. I'm really speechless. Thank you for all the support. Thank you for all the memories. And I wish I will definitely come to SKIT Club whenever the lockdowns ends, and really wish to come back there. Thank you.
You're most welcome. You're always welcome. And everyone here is. Even if you're not from SKIT Toastmasters Club, you're still very much welcome to our club and our club meetings.
Thank you very much for the open invitation. We would surely love to join you in as much as possible, and hopefully have more joint meetings in the future as well. So thank you, everyone, for making this meeting successful and wonderful. Let's connect more often as possible. Thank you.